Hi, YouTube. Oh, there we go. Look a little bit better. Anyway, um, you know, I have been various times. I've embraced different eating plans. I've been omnivore. I've been herbivore. So I've been a omnivore. I've eaten meat. I've been a vegetarian. Eaten meat. I've been a vegetarian. I vary back and forth. As you see, I've always been a somewhat beefy fellow. So, over the next year, I have decided to conduct an experiment. Because, it's hard to know exactly what eating plan is best. And obviously, not every eating plan is for everybody. You have to find out what works best for you. So, for some people, it's low fat, whatever. Other people, it's paleo. That's the current fad, paleo, and where people eat, a lot of meat and vegetables and other things. The thing is, I don't really enjoy eating meat, and I embraced it for a while. It's like a super, and my version of paleo was like a super Atkins diet on steroids. And it worked. I mean, it worked. I was able to lose significant weight and all of that fun stuff. However, I really don't enjoy eating a bunch of meat. So, well, not only that, I'm looking long term, and the thing about like Atkins diets and the whole paleo thing, you see a lot of people that embrace that way of eating. They do well for a while, and then they stop. Like there was Atkins Diet Wolf. I'm sorry, Atkins Diet Geek. He had a lot of videos, and at one point he was looking good, and then he put the weight back on, and he said what he wasn't really doing anything different. He just put it back on. And then there was another big guy, Jimmy somebody or other, another big Atkins diet guy, and he put significant weight back on. And so what I'm doing, like I said, I looked long term. Who is it that consistently looks the way that I feel, the way that I want to look as well? So the outside will reflect the inside. In addition to ethical reasons, which I won't get into right now, but who is it that consistently embraces this look? And hands down, it goes to vegetarians slash and or vegans. Now, the thing about it though is you can eat very unhealthily as a vegetarian. Not It's not as easy as a vegan, but it's still possible. Because think about it, people used to say, "Well, you're a vegetarian; it's all healthy." Well, if you think about it, there's no meat in a Snickers bar. There is no meat in a quart of Haagen-Dazs ice cream. There is no meat in a bag of potato chips or a large or supersized order of French fries or a big old mound of mashed potatoes or spaghetti. There's no meat in a lot of things. So you can be a vegetarian and be completely unhealthy. You can be a vegan and be somewhat unhealthy. Like I said, it's a little more difficult as a vegan, but you can still do it. So, but consistently, the people who reflect the way, who look the way I feel and the way I want my outside to look to catch up with the inside are vegetarians, healthy eating vegetarians slash vegans. Not only that, um, my ethical reasons, I just don't enjoy eating meat. I mean, I don't really want to, and I look at it, people will advance the ideology that, well, plants are living too. But plants, if you do it correctly, and I used to be raw, I used to be a raw foodist at one point too. I mean, I didn't do for so long because anyway, it's just too much work. I don't have that kind of time. So anyway, the point is, I forget my point. I'm getting old. Oh, that's what it is. consistently the people who reflect that are vegetarian slash vegans. And like I said, my ethical reasons are I don't want to consume death. It's a heaping plate of dead something. It's almost like being, obviously, it's not being a it's not being a cannibal, because but it's you're consume. I feel like I'm consuming something that died, like something crawled up on my plate and died. And I just don't. I don't like it. I don't really want to do it. It's not for me. Now, so what I'm doing is embracing the healthy aspects of being a vegan slash vegetarian. And the reason I do it that way is because I have specific requirements that might necessitate my not being a complete vegan. I might have to remain a vegetarian, but with veganistic leanings. Like, so anyway, I guess you can think of it as paleo vegan, which is, or vegan paleo, which is like a new faddish kind of thing. But in the past, basically you avoid the unhealthy aspects of vegetarianism, the donuts and things like that. Because there's no meat in donuts, all kinds of fun stuff. So you avoid all of that stuff. You embrace the healthy concepts, and so that's what I'm doing over the next year, year and a half. And what I intend to do, what I'm going to do, is completely change my body style, which is another thing. People like to say, well, you can't do it. Like I said, I've always been a beefy, muscular kind of fellow, and people say, oh, no, 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 you can't. It's like, you know what? Pardon my French, but that's bullshit. You can't tell me what I can or can't do. Because if you think about it, anyway, I won't even go into that. The point is, we'll see. That's generally when I do best, when someone tells me what I can't do. And then afterwards, after I've done it, I say, well, thank you for telling me that I can't do it. Because without that, I probably wouldn't have done it. So, alrighty. That's it. It's running up on 7.5, 8 minutes. That's it for now. Stay tuned for more. See you soon, and think about what's on your plate. Are you eating cleanly, or are you eating unhealthily?